Let's just jump right into an absolutely wild experiment. What actually happens if you force 64 rival AI agents to simulate the 2026 World Cup a staggering 10,000 times? For decades, the global conversation around this tournament has basically been dominated by human voices, pundits, fans, talking heads. But today we're unpacking a digital war room that completely strips away the emotion and replaces it with pure adversarial machine logic.
So, it really boils down to this. Do you trust human instinct or machine probability? This is the question that challenges our entire reliance on punditry, gut feelings, and traditional betting markets. Every 4 years, millions of us argue about who's going to lift the trophy, and it's mostly based on passion, right? But what if none of those human opinions actually matter anymore? What if the future of football analytics is just written entirely by probability?
Okay, here is our roadmap for this explainer. 1. The prediction problem. 2. Architecting the AI swarm. 3. Critics destroying prediction bias. 4. Surviving tournament chaos. And finally 5. Machine logic versus human markets. Let's get into it.
Section 1. The prediction problem.
We really have to start by understanding exactly why the 2026 tournament completely breaks all the traditional forecasting models. Historical models basically assume stability based on past performance. But 2026? It throws stability right out the window. First off, this is the first 48-team format in history. Then, add in an unprecedented geographic spread across the US, Canada, and Mexico. You're dealing with extreme climate variations, massive altitude shifts, and severe travel fatigue. Honestly, human intuition just struggles to calculate the compounding strain of that kind of format.
Section 2. Architecting the AI swarm.
To solve this massive instability, the experiment didn't just rely on a single AI. Instead, they built a swarm of 64 specialized agents and gave them conflicting philosophies. It's kind of like a giant puzzle. You've got 32 manager AIs. These guys are rigid. They prioritize defensive solidity, structural balance, and controlling probability. But then, opposing them are 32 creative AIs. They favor chaos. They value individual brilliance and attacking plays, really believing tournaments are won by moments of pure magic. Throw in 12 critic agents dedicated solely to attacking flawed reasoning, plus chaos injectors that randomly simulate red cards or extreme weather. Essentially, these distinct AI personas are locked in a digital room, forced to constantly debate and challenge each other's assumptions.
Now, what's actually wild here is the sheer depth of non-traditional data fed into this swarm before they even started those 10,000 simulations. We're talking hyper-specific logistics, exact travel distances between host cities, altitude conditioning for the Mexican venues, climate impacts. They even tracked accumulated club minutes from the previous season to measure baseline fatigue alongside manager flexibility ratings. The AIs have to process all of this just to form their initial arguments.
Section 3. Critics destroying prediction bias. Let's look really closely at the crucial role of those 12 critic agents. Their entire purpose is to ruthlessly scrub bias from the predictions. Say a creative AI predicts a team has a 70% chance to win simply because they have a massive global superstar. A human pundit would totally make that argument, right? But the critic agent catches that human-like bias. It steps in, penalizes the prediction, and forces the system to look at structural reality, saying something like, hey, you ignored their travel exhaustion and complete lack of defensive depth.
So how do they settle these disputes? Well, when the offensive and defensive models severely disagree, the swarm runs these brutal micro-scenarios. The system will literally ask, okay, what happens if the star striker pulls a hamstring? Or what if heavy rain suddenly slows down the pitch? By forcing the AIs to defend their logic under these micro-stresses, a super robust consensus finally emerges. In the end, only the teams with actual systemic resilience survive the debate.
Section 4. Surviving tournament chaos.
As the simulations moved into the knockout rounds, the findings revealed some shocking casualties that human pundits almost always miss. Get this. One traditional global powerhouse actually failed to reach the semifinals in over 60% of the simulated runs. And it wasn't for a lack of talent. It was because their tactical identity was just way too rigid for the intense variance of a 48-team tournament.
The swarm really narrowed it down. By the semifinals, only specific team archetypes consistently survived. We're talking 2 teams with elite defensive control, 1 exceptional counterattacking team, and 1 penalty-resilient dark horse. It just proves that as tournament volatility goes down, spectacle is entirely replaced by pure structural survival probability.
And man, things get remarkably tight.
The simulations actually projected an 18% increase in penalty shootouts compared to traditional models. That is exactly the kind of scenario where those chaos injectors completely thrived. In fact, in these high-pressure, late-stage scenarios, one of the massive favorites collapsed entirely, and it wasn't even an open play. They fell under psychological pressure. The critic agents flagged their emotional volatility proxies and their inconsistent penalty conversions. It just goes to show how hidden emotional vulnerabilities, things that are almost impossible for humans to weigh without bias, are ruthlessly exposed by the machine.
So after literally millions of calculations, a single probabilistic champion emerged. But it wasn't a landslide at all. The predicted champion won roughly 55% of the time, with the runner-up hovering right around 45%. We are talking razor-thin margins here. Ultimately, the swarm consistently favored the champion because systemic resilience and travel optimization simply outperformed pure brilliance under extreme fatigue.
Section 5. Machine logic versus human markets.
This brings us to the ultimate contrast, our adversarial AI swarm versus traditional human betting markets. Humans consistently bet on the romance and legacy of the sport. We overvalue star narratives and dramatically undervalue structural sustainability. But the AI swarm, it couldn't care less about narratives. It prioritizes pure survival probability under stress. It's basically asking, can your system survive chaos, instead of, is your star player famous?
There's a quote from the experiment that perfectly sums up this massive paradigm shift. Truth emerges through friction. Adversarial AI systems vastly outperform single-model predictions because weak assumptions are actively destroyed through debate. Overconfidence gets punished. It is honestly a terrifyingly effective way to forecast.
So when the tournament actually kicks off, what should you be looking for? Well, watch for travel fatigue patterns in the group stage. Monitor if managers are actively rotating their bench early on. You really want to evaluate true defensive depth and pay super close attention to penalty composure and psychological stress. If you see these variables trending the way the swarm predicts, we might literally be witnessing the most accurate sports forecast ever constructed. Ultimately, whether chaos entirely defeats this machine logic or the AI swarm predicts the future perfectly, the way we analyze sports is shifting right before our eyes. So, I leave you with this. When the games kick off, what will you be watching for? The traditional human narrative or pure survival probability? Think about it. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning the consensus.